back through to try and find.
Oh, 17.
Miraculously, you can work your way through these Drukari trap knots.
What? You've never heard of a Drukari trap?
No. That's very good. I was expecting this to go.
Oh. He I think, catches himself being like, I need to remember not to just do things. Like, there's too many times where he's just so fucking stupid. And he has to, like, he's trying to drill these scenarios in his mind. Like, stop rushing in. Think, assess. So he, like, you see him kind of like flash that feeling of like, oh, no, of course, like, and then try to play it off like, yeah.
We'll see. Roll me a deception.
Drukari trap knots, of course. 15.
I don't know about the knots, but it's okay. Don't get so in your head. You're doing the right thing.
You don't have to call me out. Yeah, you should just know about this. No one can speak in there. Snap his neck.
I deserve whatever pain I've been given.
What do you mean?
This damned brain.
What?
We came to this system because I chose it, and then I was overcome. I needed to give code access to the ship to allow the boarders on board to do whatever they needed to do. I thought it would all be peaceful, but it was not.
You let the boarders on the ship?
It was what the Inquisitor wanted, I assume.
The Inquisitor told you to do this?
My brain is programmed by the Inquisitor, other than that which I own.
He's on the thing to Morgan. Morgan, there's been a development. You need to come here. Morgan's communicator, I think, is busted. Damien. after he does that, he hears nothing.
Nothing, you know.
Right. Damien, I think you and Morgan need to come here. There's been a development. Oh, then we're all on the way to the cockpit.
Then we flash back a few brief moments to Damien. You were on a search for stims. You leave the aft hold. Where do you go?
I would like to think Damien knows the Lucky Strike well enough that through drilling with Morgan and just random things, and drilling with the judge and with Solomon of like bumps and scrapes and just getting roughed up, because that's like, you have to treat a lot of these fights as real as possible, that he would have a sense of where the nearest stims are, like a first aid kit or something.
The first
like
aid
that.
setup that you generally have on board is through Closet. He has the resuscitrix, he has all the significant stuff. There's also an interesting factor of the training on the ship, which is Solomon just fucking heals people magically when injuries take place. But Closet is generally the source of medical wares, unless you wanted to go into the judge's quarters to find stims there.
The hangar that we're in, does that have the L1?
L1 is in a separate area. It's its own launch area, so your ability to launch L1 or your drop pod will be unaffected by what's happened here. Essentially, you both of you have the storage base, and then you have your own launch section. L1 theoretically would. You could go there if you wanted to, or you could go to Closet.
I don't think Damien wants to talk to anyone right now. I think he's
L1,
yeah, so he'll go to L1.
Great. On L1, you know where the medical kits are. Let's roll to see if there are stims there, because that's a little atypical in terms of that, because again, it's kind of like juicing yourself up. It's not necessarily solving a medical problem, but the judge does love them. Can you roll me, I would say, a medicine?
That's an 8.
You find bandages and other tools that you can deal with injuries. You don't find stims here. It makes sense you would have taken them with you on the mission rather than keeping them on the ship if you'd had them with you when you landed.
Okay. Oh man. He'll go looking for closet. Yeah, not his first choice. He's gonna be a minute now because he went one way and now he's going another.
You were on your way to closet when you get the buzz from Solomon, and you collect Morgan on the way. But Morgan, you are looking into this. Roll me your investigation. 5. You are looking at these feeds, and you find that the majority of the video has been wiped retroactively. Whoever came into the system cleaned out the video so you couldn't source who they were.
That is even more disturbing to Morgan. And now Morgan is thinking, I have to make sure all of my records and my inquisitorial stuff has not been impacted or gotten into. So Morgan would be walking down the hall to try to get back to her office in her captain's quarters to check that stuff.
And you bump into Damien in the hallway, who tells you that Solomon has said you all need to meet on the bridge.
Solomon says there's something in the bridge that we need to see.
All right, let's go. Morgan says he's in his underwear, she's in her skin. We are just bare-feeted on this cold metal ship.
Avarice is untied and clumsily gets to his feet, if Solomon will permit it, to talk with 3 people in their pajamas. What do you want to say to your friends when they arrive?
He's going to keep a hold on Avarice. He's still not, I don't think he knows a lot about bifurcation. You know what I mean? He's not going to understand. He just thinks that Avarice, at the moment, maybe sold him out, but not in a way that he really is. That's why I think his first response is to get Morgan. She'll understand this. So when they come in, he'll say, Avarice, tell Morgan what you told me.
I'm tremendously sorry, interrogator, but when we came here, I'm afraid this is my fault. My bifurcated brain overtook me and made me make the ship available passwords and codes to allow the boarding action that took place. I'd hoped it would be peaceful, but I did not have that control.
He specifically said the Inquisitor told him to do it.
I assume so. That's the half of my brain that I don't have control over. The Inquisitor programmed him.
Yes, he did. No, this is very much disturbing to Morgan because obviously all we have done is follow the things that Avarice has told us. Morgan will nod and then in one of the command computers bring up the picture, the footage that's still remaining from them leaving, and try to get an image of the woman in the Drakari attire that she spoke to.
Okay, roll me another investigation to see if this footage has survived.
18.
Yes, you do have a couple of blurry images that survive the purge from the very end. You have an image of her kind of from the side and from the front as she was bailing out. There are only 2 frames that actually give you an image of her with the Drakari kind of cloaking technology that she had even on her person that was shrouding her in shadows. It was tricky, but you do have a decent shot of her face.
Great. Shoot. We'll pull that up and point at it. Do you know this woman, Avarice?
I have no idea. I've never met her before. I can look into it for you.
She's just standing there tapping the screen for a moment. Yes, we will have to look into it. Because there are 2 things at play here. Either this person has run abreast of the Inquisition and we will have to chase her down and kill her. Or, if the Inquisitor meant for this to happen, then we just have to wait for your next orders, Avarice. We have to determine which that is.
How do you intend to do that? My bifurcation told me that we needed to come to the system and told me that the things I needed to do. I doubt anyone could have extended the outcome. I assumed that come on board, bound and gagged me immediately, went about things their own way. But if this isn't the Inquisitor, is that even possible?
I don't know.
Overthrow.
You 2 see what else you can find on the ship, if anything. I'm going to my room. She's gonna walk off because she's just tasked to check the rest of this stuff and see if there's anything. Because it's just a thing of like, if that was actually a person sent by the Inquisition, but she couldn't have been because unbeknownst to the rest of the crew, Morgan is secretly on the run from the Inquisition. So it is a very big question. And it's like, well, if Agnes is compromised in any way, then the whole mission is compromised, which we can't move forward anymore. So she's just going to go through the motions of seeing, like, if her computer and any of the inquisitorial stuff was compromised first.
Okay.
Work from there.
So you're going to check from there. Solomon, what do you have to do?
He's skeptical about avarice, obviously, but he doesn't understand. He doesn't know why this would be happening. I think he's going to check the judge's room. I feel like that would be the next thing. See if the judge left anything. See if they're like trying to figure out what happened in the room. He just wants to. And he would invite Damien to come with him if he wants, because his powers of investigation, especially great. Damien, why don't we investigate the judge's quarters? We can see if there's any clues or any signs of evidence of who came, what they did, and why. Damien's eyes are like boring a hole in avarice, and he is weighing the pros and cons of leaving avarice alone when avarice's allegiance is being called into question. Can he get a read of avarice? Is there like obvious, because coming from a guy who caused a warp incursion on the Lucky Strike, like is there obvious signs of avarice of like regret or like confusion about where he fits into this, or is it look more like someone who's playing at being upset?
I would say roll me an insight.
18 insight.
He seems legitimately baffled and upset by how things have gone.
Okay. Damien can identify with that, certainly. I think that pacifies Damien enough to leave avarice. Damien is just not the kind of person to comfort avarice, to be like, we're kindred spirits in this. I'm sorry you're going through it. I know it sucks. But he won't feel bad about moving on to the judge's room with Solomon. He'll leave avarice to what he believes avarice will do in good faith for us. I think watching Damien struggle with that too, at the Solomon kind of, but we could speak to Talos Iva about trying to figure out exactly what happened with avarice. He's a technical mind. He might be able to figure out the source of this incursion, who sent it, and why.
Oh, hey, you guys need anything?
Oh.
Talos just rolled up kind of below your sight line into the room.
Sure.
Everything okay? Gellerfield's fine.
We were just speaking about you, Talos. We have a task we might need you to assist us with.
Oh, thanks, buddy. What do you need?
I'm so sorry. That's very funny. That's a horrible thing. And then just, hey, buddy, how's it going? Oh, sorry. Yes. He's so disarmed. Solomon is so stupid. He can't focus for 2 seconds.
It's okay. You got a task, buddy?
Yes, we do. We believe that we might have found, and I'm sure Morgan can speak to this when she's around. We might have found an unauthorized incursion into the bifurcated mind of avarice.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Would you have any ability to get in there and see what happened?
I'll give it a shot.
Oh, see, this is why Talos Iva.
All right.
This is why you're on the team.
Exactly, I guess. If that's what you need. Is that what you need, Mr. Damien?
We need Avarice to survive the procedure. Yes, I should have specified.
Oh, no, I think that is like a given.
Oh, okay.
I'm not supposed to kill anyone on the crew. We're all the same team. No harm's coming to anyone.
Yes, excellent. If Avarice can be unharmed, then that would be best. A diagnostic, perhaps.
Or if it must be mildly harmed, I think after this, it's at least deserved.
That is for the interrogator to say.
Okay, so I'll ask Morgan how much I should hurt him, and then I'll take a look at that old brain.
Yes, excellent.
All right, come on.
Okay.
They both start trundling down the hallway towards the rear of the ship. Talos knocks on your door. You hear a knock on your door, Morgan.
Dallas, you are not injured yourself.
Oh, no, I'm doing great.
Wonderful. If you could please check on that, but do not do any damage to Avarice. And please do not injure his brain.
Oh, no, I'd never do that. It was just a question of if it should hurt or not. See, buddy, she doesn't want you to hurt at all.
Well, that's surprising but kind.
They both start trundling off down. Close your door back to her.
Yeah, she's just like, sits and watches them walk down the hall, and then she gets up for a minute and goes to find where Romeo was in the hallway to get him, and then take him back to her table and plug him in to the desk so she can look at footage from him also.
Absolutely. Can you roll me an investigation to see how much is still stored inside his damaged database?
Yes. It's a nat one.
Nothing.
Got nothing.
White.
Nothing.
Is that a Morgan roll?
Oh yeah, I re-roll
Or
one.
is it a Romeo roll? That's what
Morgan
I
was
don't know.
rolling to see what she could get out of Rome.
Oh
So
my God,
I'll be
I forgot
honest,
I
it would have been
re-roll
really
once.
fun to bury her, but no,
It's a 9.
it's a 9.
But +2, so 11.
11. There's a lot of blurred footage. You have video of the fight in the hallway. You have some video of the shadowy shape, but you've already got the only photos of her face you're going to be able to track down.
Okay, so Morgan is double checking that nothing got through any of her like inquisitorial codes in her desk with her reports and all of this stuff from Valentine, and if that has been compromised or not. That's like order of number 1.
Roll me an investigation with advantage.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. You can tell as you go through this system with all of the security that has been built in via Closet, via Valentine's investment, via the inquisitorial codes, this person did not have access to your inquisitorial files. They were given access to the ship's controls in an incredibly invasive, effective, and overwhelming way, but they did not have codes to get into anything that required inquisitorial attention. In fact, with the Nat 20, you can tell this other force, she didn't even have access to the fact these are inquisitorial files. They were firewalled as generic. So your guess is whatever cover she was given gave her control of the ship, but very particularly prevented her from having any knowledge of your mission or true identity.
That's great. So then there are 2 orders of business. Is Morgan, while she was going in and out of being electrocuted, did hear them talking in Drakari phrases, and I got some of those that were like, not the right target, last stand, hostage, escape. Morgan would like to try and pull the video feed of that to try and scrub through the audio to see if she can translate more and maybe get more information of like who sent them, any of that kind of stuff, because obviously no one would assume that she can speak Drakari. So maybe they said more information to each other in that would be helpful for her identifying them.
This is going to be a luck roll.
Okay.
Because Romeo was shot shortly after entering that space.
Yeah.
Romeo wouldn't have picked up any Drakari before that because it wasn't being used
Right.
in
I'm
the
just
hallway.
thinking if there was any video feed of that area of the ship.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you technically have some picked feed that's barely functional. It's will there be audio to pick up a quiet conversation that's not there, which definitely falls into the luck category.
Okay.
96 or higher. Otherwise, you'll have to extrapolate.
Before you roll that Del 2, I wanted to clarify, did we see, from our end, did we see any Drakari?
No.
Okay.
Interesting. Oh, 7.
007.
007.
James Bond.
There is no footage to help you translate that conversation. There's no recording of what was being said. You aren't finding any information about their client. This investigation will continue, along with the investigation into the judge's quarters, to try to figure out exactly what happened and to learn what, if anything, happened in Avarice's brain. If it is damaged, though. If an enemy has gotten involved and Avarice has been corrupted, is it even possible for your mission to move forward?
This episode of Agents of the Inquisition features the voices of Del Borovic, Guy Bradford, Josh Halbert, and Tyler Hewitt, alongside Dungeon Master Ryan LaPlante. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Agents of the Inquisition's artwork was created by Del Borovic. Our theme song is The Hordes by Megan McDuffie, and our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, whose music was provided by freemusicarchive.org. For all things Dum Dums and Dice, including merchandise, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. If you want to support the show or get an ad-free version, go to dumdumdice.com/join. That's dumbdumdice.com/join. Again, that's dumdumdice.com/join. Though the team is working under special condition, this podcast isn't. So tell your friends about Agents of the Inquisition and join us next episode. Rabute Gilliman himself commands it.
Dum Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time: George Dolby, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Alarain Okapi, Madre de Gatos, Garbo Abe, Sam Schaefer, Waffle Marine, Dia De Los Hoodless, Squishy Werewolf, Funky Head, Accent Therapeutic Services in Florence, Kentucky, Lale, Jordan Oliver, Richard Wright, Brittany Fenwick, Megan Werner, A Man Out of Time, Curtis at FingerTechRobotics.com, Your Homeboy Bones, Ellis Hatch, Odigenous, Kai Koa, Squire Solaire, Sandy Sassy Pants, Amira Lockhart.
Kjære Lisbeth, kona mi, 16 år siden vi gifte oss, og 16 år siden vi malte huset. Ja, vi malte med Butenax Futura med 16 års garanti, så du har jo holdt deg utrolig godt, Lisbeth, men dæven, huset har jo kanskje holdt seg enda bedre.
Bruk Butenax Futura 16 neste gang du skal male, med 16 års garanti på farge og glans.
Hos oss i Kiwi finner du et stort utvalg sunnere alternativer som alltid skal være billigere, også til sommer- og grillmaten. Disse er tydelig merket i butikk, som for eksempel god og magrere grillpølser fra Gilde til 29,90 skal alltid være billigere enn vanlige grillpølser. Eller 8 grove pølsebrød fra Bakehuset til 20,90 skal alltid være billigere enn fine pølsebrød. Det er sunn fornuft. Det er sunnhet til folket. Hilsen oss i Kiwi.
Ok, vi har fått en mail her. Altså, velkommen først og fremst til dette vorspielet.
Vorspiel, Geir.
Vorspiel.
Vorspiel med V.
Vorspiel. Vorspiel. Det er på
Jeg skjønner
altså
ikke hva det
V-en.
betyr.
Jo, det er førspill. Altså førspillet. Det har jo også vært brukt under seksualakten. Noe du aldri har benyttet deg av.
Nei.
Men
Sover bare.
du bare sover. Og vekk meg når du er klar, sier
Vekk til du er ferdig. Ja da. Nei, for vorspiel er vi klare med. Velkommen skal du være her på
Velkommen
Nordsen.
skal du være, og vi har fått en mail her fra Stian Kire, og han skriver: Hei, jeg vil gjerne skryte litt av podden deres.
Ja, da er det allerede vi solgt, vi,
Vi
Geir.
er jo det, vet du. Det er selvfølgelig svært hyggelig for et ja-meg-hjerte å høre om både Moss båt og motor, Herføl Marina og Buster.
Vet du hva, sommerfølelsen kom krypende på som jordbær på fløte, Geir.
Ja, for du er på Moss
Ja.
bil og motor, båt og motor,
Ja,
med
det-
båten din,
det er
og
det, ja.
jeg har jo min tilknytning til Herføl Marina,
Ja.
både på stokken og ute på selveste Herføl, og er busterfører. Så jeg, og der skriver han: jeg føler jeg bør nominere, altså dette her er jo nominere til ukas lytter, og vi har en liten premiere i dag. Vi har faktisk ukas lytter på vorspielet også.
Ja, men det betyr ikke at vi ikke har det på fredag, Geir. Så det er ikke noen grunn til ikke å høre på fredag, eller? Dette er jo en slags teaser, da.
Ja. Han skriver videre her at jeg føler jeg bør nominere Petter Langvik på Krokstadfjorden Marina i Råde. Råde er vi glad i, vet du, til ukas lytter. Da jeg visst nok er årsaken til at han ble hekta på langkjøring etter en fabrikktur for noen år siden.
Dette er den eneste stor frieri-mail til oss.
Nå forstår jeg at han hører alt, og har til og med vært på livesendinga vår på Cards.
Ja, vet du hva? Nå er det mye som er riktig her, altså.
Samtidig må jeg benytte anledningen til å foreslå Ford Kuga som ukas drittfilm. Ja, Petter har nemlig en sånn en. Sikkert kurant, men han er bare død. Men vi snakker jo om langkjøring, skjer jo også med båt.
Ja, altså vi kjører jo...
Vi er jo båtfolk.
Ja, som han nevner da, Moss Båt og Motor, det er der jeg har båten min om vinteren.
Ja.
Og de har da, Mats han heter da, han har nå sagt at han vil være med på mannskorekonsert med neste gang det er konsert med dere.
Da kan den komme til piknik i parken.
Ingen skal si at båtliv og podcast ikke binder folk sammen.
Men vet du hva han kan? Hvis den er griserask, så har vi gjesteopptreden i morgen torsdag på